My friends, ignorance, willful ignorance kills. So, check what's going on. People talk of foreign countries and boast about a knowledge they do not have. Some of them have only popped in 2-3 days in a foreign country, come back as so-called experts. Or you keep quiet when other people gossip about your friends. You know they are not telling the truth, but you just don't want to put your head above the parapet so that you keep those friendships for yourselves. Older people share or want to share opinions and stories about their life, and you just ignore them because they are old, you know. They are not up to date. They are gone. I mean, we know better, yeah? You join protest marches. There are protest marches every day on the streets. You join them, you don't even know what they are all about. They shout slogans and you join in. Do you really know what they are talking about? Do you know the history behind what they are shouting? Do you know who organized those marches? Are you sure you really share their main opinions? Do you know whether you are not being manipulated? You support evil or other opinions that don't look that good just because you want to keep your friends, your gang. You join an attack on a vulnerable bystander just because you want to keep your friends. Or you keep quiet when people tell lies or speak violent language instead of intervening and say, this is not correct. You do not study to verify opinions. And that is the worst of all. Worst of all. You support violence coming from Muslims that they call radicalized. Okay? Have you read the Quran in your own language? I mean, have you read it, taken a biro, highlighted or underlined? Do you really know what it is all about? The same goes for the Bible. People talk badly about Christians, committed Christians. Do you really know what they believe? A person was arrested by police praying, or at least she was silent. She was just standing silently in a place. The police came and said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I'm praying in my head." Do you know what they did next? They started checking through her head. Is it to find prayer? Running around like a rat? So, ignorance kills. And why does it kill? It's because when you don't know something and you talk about it, you are spreading ignorance. And that ignorance, that same ignorance may push people to do actions that are very reprehensible. If you don't know something and you still join the organizers of these marches, you are encouraging others to join. They say, "Oh, didn't you see Natalie? She joined," which means Natalie is a good girl, so it must be good. And whoop, they join. And suppose that comes violence and that person is killed. He or she would have been killed because of Natalie. Mob action doesn't require your joining. Before you join the mob, check what it is all about. My mom was far from perfect. But one thing she used to tell us, we were seven, five boys, two girls. Every day we go to school, and obviously she cannot follow us on the way. And we lived in a place where there were two towns bridged by a river with a bridge. And she used to tell us, you see that river there? Even if you see the whole town jumping in, don't jump. And I never forgot that. And it had a lasting effect on the boys that were the most tempted to join the crowd. They always remembered, even if you see others jumping in, don't jump. And that river, by the way, was really, really polluted because there were tanners working by on the riverbank, moving the skins from animals, cows, and washing the whole thing into the river. So there was a good reason not to jump. So my friends, don't jump. And it's not a laughable matter, it's a very serious matter. And for you academics, students, colleagues, don't jump. Many of you think they have arrived, yeah? And that they know. But the best among us, academics, are the ones that know that they know next to nothing. Do you know about nuclear physics? Do you know how to speak Chinese? Do you know how many languages there are on earth? Would you be able to replace a surgeon and operate on a patient? And we could make lists of things we don't know. So be humble and be honest. If you don't know, keep quiet, and not just keep quiet, but start studying. I've read the Bible and I decided to read the Quran. When I finished reading the Quran, I decided that this was not enough. I've been buying books written by Muslim academics about the Quran and Islam. I bought books about Jehovah's Witnesses because they used to knock at our doors and I didn't know really what they believed or not. So why do you want to stay ignorant? People are looking at you as luminaries. So not only that you don't know, that you pretend that you know, but you are just deceiving others into following you, thinking that you know what you don't know. My friends, change your ways before it is too late, and be a true student of knowledge.